Good morning. Welcome to the first final of the day, Division 1 T20 League final being played here at Westwinds. Cavaliers won the toss and elected to bat. Royal Strikers are bowling. First runs of the morning played off the hips by Anuj. Fani Kumar and Anuj opening for Cavaliers. Fawad is starting the proceedings for the Royal Strikers from the south end. Beautiful sunshine. Expected to be a hot day. Right now, a wonderful time to be playing cricket. Driven towards mid-off. Gets off the mark of the first ball, Funny. Called a wide by umpire Paul. He's a seasoned umpire in Calgary cricket circuit. Big day for Calgary cricket today. The three finals being played here today. The next one has been pulled towards deep square leg by Anuj. The Cavaliers move up to 4 for no loss. Anuj Singh and Fani Kumar Adala. Opening for the Cavaliers here. Fawad Sadiq. Fulawan driven. Tried to drive, got an outside edge. Flew over the backward point fielder. Made a good attempt there, but couldn't get his hands to the ball. Batsman pick up a couple. Heartening to see some kids on the park for strikers. A mix of youth and experience for the strikers. Baptism by fire. End of the first over of the first final of the day. We have the Division 1 T20 final today, which is being played at the moment. We got the Premier T20 final in the afternoon, 5 p.m. The big final in the Elite T20 Division between CCA and the Knight Riders. Safi is going to share the new ball. Left arm across the batsman. Angling cross got an edge. Lucky it didn't carry to the fielder. 251 games for Safi. He's picked up 307 wickets. That's an experience speaking for itself. Uh, Quite good economy rate of 5.27 for an opening bowler who's bowling tough overs in this format in the power play. Excellent job. Funny picks up another single towards the backward point area. Short of length, rising delivery. Just angled the bat a bit and played it down. Short third man. Ran for a single. Left arm over the stumps. Full toss. Wanting to drive it through the offside. Somehow the ball went towards mid-on. Not the area where he wanted to hit the ball. Mistimed it. Cavaliers winning the toss and batting here. The next one is cut towards point. Should have got two there. It's not good running. Golden rule is you have to run the first one hard, irrespective of whether the second is there or not. And put the pressure on the fielders in this game of thin margins. We see so many times the game's decided by one or two runs in this format. Safi now moves to round the stumps, angling the ball into the batsman who gently pushes it towards mid-off and runs with that shot. The ball was slowly traveling towards the fielder. Gets another single. Funny batting on 5 and Anuj Singh batting on 5 as well. 14 degrees centigrade at the moment, but the sunshine is making it feel warmer than 14. What a brilliant day to be having all the three finals. That's a good ball. Aggression. End of the first over from Safi. Off it. First six of the morning here. Shouts of catch it. Went over the fielder's head there. Anuj hits the first six of the morning. Over the square leg. Good shot. Good pickup shot there from Anuj. Fawad. getting ready for the next ball. Slinging action. $18 for no loss in the third over of the innings. That has been picked up. Full ball. Does he get full Monty or is it a boundary? A boundary signal by umpire Paul was pitched up. And Funny picking up length early and dispatching it over mid-wicket. Aggression there now from the Cavalier batsman. Both the batsmen getting into action. So on 6 from Anuj and now a boundary from Funny. Fawad is coming round the stumps now. Across, angling across. Hit towards deep extra cover. Should be a couple. $24 for no wicket. Interesting stance. There was a Pakistani player called Abdul Razak. Resembles there's a catch being taken. Juggled the ball twice, but more importantly held onto the ball. As the first wicket down in form of Funny Kumar from Cavaliers lose. The first wicket and strikers get the first wicket. Fawad pitching it up again. A little shorter on the length, not a full pitch ball, but Funny trying to go full Monty again. It doesn't get hold of it perfectly. Got some height, but not the full distance. In the end, a good catch picked up by the fielder in the deep there. Brings in Ishant Sharma to the crease. Ali, the fielder there. Ishant, I believe, is the highest run getter for Cavaliers so far in this tournament. Expensive over this, but importantly, got a big through for his team here, Fawad. The slip in place now for Ishant. Beaten all hands up. There's a quicker one there from Fawad. Ishant Sharma, 157 games, 3,400 odd runs, the strike rate of 85.51. I'm not sure how many of these games are T20 format. This might be his record in total. Safi Played it down towards square leg where the fielder from deep runs in. Anuj picks up another single and moves to 13. Good ball there, good length, driven. Wants a single, sent back by Anuj. A good call there from Anuj. Never a single there. Safi Umar, the skipper for Royal Strikers. "25 for 1" Cavaliers after winning the toss and electing to bat. Six fielders on the off. Wide slip somewhere where the second slip would be. Short third man, point, cover, extra cover, mid off. Long on, deep square leg. More of mid wicket, deep mid wicket, and short square leg. Safi comes in, has been picked up wonderfully by Ishant. Brilliant shot over the extra cover fielder. Starts the innings with a boundary of the third ball. He faces short of a man in form. Safi trying to angle in the ball. Again, angling in, ball coming in after pitching. Pitch outside the off stump, cut. Came towards the middle stump. Forward defense by Ishant, offering a dead bat. The long on fielder is moving up now in the circle, and deep extra cover dropping back as a result of that shot. And a field change there for Ishant. With mid off and mid on both in the circle. He will pull the length back a little bit. The batsman would not expect a fuller one. Bluffs and pitches it up. Gets a single there, Ishant. End of the fourth over, 30 for 1. Anuj Singh from Cavaliers, the most valuable player, has got 19 points. And from strikers, Fawad Sadiq also on 19 points. Fifth over of the power play. To begin, we see a bowling change in form of Sahil. Sahil Sadiq Afghan. replacing Fawad Sadiq. Good ball to start with, driven towards mid-off by Ishant. Gets another single. Anuj scored 189 runs in 7 matches so far with an handy strike rate of around 134. The next one, wanting to push it towards the leg side, gets an outside edge, thickish outside edge, where the young bloke fields and short third man. Anuj picks up another single. A good start here from Sahil. Good 2 balls to start his spell. Driven is in the air, but will clear the fielders in the infield. And picks up another 2 here. Ishant didn't time that well. Lobbed up in the air, lucky for him. Fell a few yards away from the fielders running towards the back. Trying to make use of the power play here as Sahil runs in quick, and this one has been turned towards square leg. It's been bowling on the stumps. Sahil not giving too much room to the batsman. Bowling a good line and good length. .35 for 1 now, Cavaliers. Good ball again. Tight single here. Direct throw would have been curtains for Ishant. Ishant this season, 10 matches, 233 runs. A strike rate of 117. This one has been picked off his pads. Wonderful shot, straying down on the leg side. Gets another boundary here, Ishant. Picking it up on length. And Cavaliers move up to 40 for 1. After 5. We in the Combox have found a driver's license and a couple of cards belonging to Kamran Sayyid Shahzeb. Please contact us on the ground in the Combox. Westwinds, where the final of T20 Division 1 format is being played. We would inform C&DCL as well. In case you're hearing or any of his friends are hearing the commentary. Kamran Sayyid Shahzeb, Tara Lake Way, Northeast. The next one has been hit over the fence for another 6. Huge hit here by Anuj, second of his innings. Suleiman, the young bloke, being welcomed by a hit to the boundary. He has been bowling well so far in this tournament. He's picked up 11 wickets in 11 matches. A wonderful achievement by the young lad there. Anuj moves up to 21. Good ball there to back the first one up. Good comeback. Smooth action. This one has been put over. Fine leg. A boundary. Erring in line there. Not too much wrong with that delivery. Um, Anuj making that shot. You have to be all praises for this young bloke. Remember, he's bowling in power play. You need big heart to be bowling in power play. I know this kid looks like all of 12, 13 years of age. Most of the kids of his age would be sleeping in the bed right now. Exuberance of youth there. Getting hit for a couple of boundaries, so as a fast bowler, showing his anger and annoyance. 50 up for Cavaliers here. A decent power play so far. Outside the off stump, driven over the infield. Does it go to the boundary? Just stops a few inches inside the boundary. Pick up another 2 here, Anuj. Nearly carries the ball, overthrows. Uh, Not something that you want, and as a skipper, definitely not. The team looks up to you. 53 at the end of the power play. 53 for 1. Again, we want to make this announcement that we have found a driver's license. Kamran Sayyid Shahzeb is the name written on the license. Please contact us in the com box. The Westwind ground. There are a couple of other cards as well in the pouch, the small brown pouch, driven towards mid-on, straightish mid-on, with the fielder from mid-off crosses. It's another single here. Anuj moves to 29. Ishant batting on 13. Fuller ball, driven, takes a quick single here. Good running from both these guys. Sahil Sadiq, Afghan. Pulling the length back. Defended by Anuj. Always ready for the single, but wasn't a single there. A finish third man. More of where Gully would be. A backward point, deep extra cover, mid-off. On the legs. Pushed towards the mid-wicket area. Easily pick up a couple. Anuj moves into 30s. Three fielders out in deep on the leg side. Long on. Cow corner and deep square leg. Vast gaps on the leg side. Pretty much open. Fishing outside the off stump. Didn't move his feet at all there. Just threw his bat on that ball, making no contact. And now we see fielder moving from backward point to short mid wicket. This is a better field now, with too many gaps available for the batsman to pick up easy signals on the leg side. A man moving from backward point to short mid wicket. Good fielding there on his own bowling there from Sahil. This one was driven back. More of a gentle push than a drive. He timed it well. And spin being introduced for the first time in the innings. 57 for 1 in 7 overs. Cavaliers after they chose to bat after winning the toss. Jawad being brought into attack by the skipper. A decent breeze blowing from the east to west. Short ball to start with, punch towards long off by Ishant. Gets a single. He would want to correct that length, Jawad. Pitched up. Is getting towards the fielder. He takes the catch. There was a no ball. The previous one was a free hit. It's the kind of length he would be wanting to bowl. This one again up in the air. Catch shaken. First one was a shot. Second one was full pitched. A little altercation between the bowler and the batsman, giving him a send off. This was a short ball, and Ishant should have made better use of it. Holds up in deep. Second wicket down here for Cavaliers. Ishant Sharma returning to the dugout after scoring 15 from 13 balls. Caught Sahil, bowled Jawad. Not a ball that you would want to get out to. But that's how the game goes. Good catch in the end. It was not coming straight to Sahil. He had to run in a few yards. Pitched up on the middle and leg. Pushed towards mid-wicket where there's a misfield. Sharath picks up single on the first ball. Good length ball outside the off stump. Went straight. Didn't spin this time. Anuj presenting a straight bat to that one and defending. Outside the leg stump. Runs given. And now signaling leg byes, the umpire. Driven towards extra cover. A late call made there by the umpire in the previous ball with regards to the leg by. Importantly, made the correct call in the end. Better late than never. We see 8th over ending here in the first innings of the first final of the day here at Westwinds. And Cavaliers move up to 63 for 2. A Premier T20 League final will be played here at 1 o'clock. And that will be followed by the Big Elite T20 final at 5 p.m. Jawad starts off well, 5 of his first over and picks up a wicket. Of the third ball, second legal delivery, but third of the over. The first one was a no ball. Danish, double spin attack now. Danish bowling to Sharath. 92 wickets off his 83 games. Short of length. Pull towards deep square leg. Brings Anuj back into the strike. He scored 50% of the team's runs, Anuj, so far. Flighted delivery outside the off stump. Head towards deep extra cover. Does well there, fielder. Running towards his left. And collecting the ball in one bounce with the one hand. Skipping down it to a single. Quicker one. Got an edge. Should have been a regulation catch for the slip. No slip there. Suleiman running from short third man. Gets the ball back. Not before Sharath picks up a double. Moves to 5. And Cavaliers 67 for 2. Slower through the air, outside the off stump. This one again not going where Sharath intended to play. He was targeting the off side, but the ball hit the inner side of the bat and went towards mid-on. A good first over from Danishar. 68 for 2 now. Shot outside the off stump. Punished. Let's see if it goes to the boundary. Fielder dives in a few yards inside. The boundary picks it up. A couple more to Anuj. Jawad bowling it back of the length. Should be bowling a little bit more fuller on the good length. Better length, but the line this time wasn't good. Drifting down the leg, wide signaled by umpire. The batsman run through for a single, so Two more added to the score. Cavaliers move into 70s. Flighted ball on the leg side is being put away towards deep fine leg. Boundary signaled by the fielder there. It's not good bowling. Jawad getting some advice from his dugout, acknowledging that, acknowledging he bowled poor 3 balls in this over so far. A better one, but driven towards deep square leg. The fielder, sorry, deep cover, not square leg. Fielder fields. Batsman pick up a single. Played off his pads. Side the leg stump again. An appeal for LBW. More excitement and hope than substance in that appeal. 89 for 2. Sharath on 12. Anuj on 44. Fawad being replaced now. Jawad being replaced by Fawad. High up in the air. Catch for call and dropped. A young man at the cow corner boundary. Got to the ball all right. Just couldn't hold on to it. And there's a fielding change now. I think Suleiman is coming out towards the cow corner. This is the 117th year of Calgary Cricket and District League, formed back in 1908 and then was incorporated under the Alberta Societies Act as a non-profit organization in 1958. C&DCL has played some major role in developing some talent for Canada. Full pitched outside the off. Overthrows here. An inside edge, I think, onto that. No signal from the umpire, so runs given. 2 more to Sharath, 2 more to Cavaliers, 94 for 2. This one has been picked over the infield. One bounce to the fielder in deep. Sharath moves to 15. Anuj has batted well for his 47 so far. The primary mandate of C&DCL is to promote and grow the game of cricket in Calgary. Swan moving across and placing the ball in the wicket area. There's a big gap. No one really between deep square leg and the wicket keeper there. And Anuj eyeing that gap. And besides organizing tournaments, C&DCL also provides cricket learning and training. This one has been cut towards backward point. Couple more added. And takes the score to 98 for 2. At the end of 12th over, Fawad ends his 3rd over, 1 for 28 so far. C&DCL in partnership with City of Calgary, as I was saying, provides cricket learning and training sessions to children and youth in public schools and local communities across Calgary under the Sports Hub program. If you want to develop the game, you have to start at the grassroots level, and having inter-school tournaments becomes an important part of the development program. With the short window of the cricketing season we get in Calgary, C&DCL still organizes a lot of tournaments, which is a commendable job. As we see Suleiman now switching ends, comes in from the other end, driven towards shot mid-wicket and was in air for some time. Suleiman's first over Was a bit expensive, but you got to remember he was bowling in the power play. This one pitched up has been lofted straight into the air, but falls pretty short of the fielders there. It was a straight shot, safe shot that. Anuj moves to 49, and Sharath is batting on 17, 99 for 2. Outside the off stump, angling wide, missed by the keeper. The strikers need to control their extras here. Wind blowing across east to west. Good ball there, driven towards mid-on, mid-wicket, coming in. That's 50 for Anuj. Well made 50 of 39 balls. He has held the innings together for Cavaliers here. Three fours and two massive sixes in his innings. A 103 for 2 now. As the last ball was driven towards long off. The Cavaliers are going at a rate of 8.13 per over. With that, they should be able to cross 160, which is slightly over par here at Westwinds. The par is 150, 155. 160 is always a good score here. Angling across, picked up from outside the off stump. With the stance that Anuj has, open stance, they're more likely to hit in that area than offside. End of the over. A good second over by Suleiman. 6 of it. 4 singles and 2 wides. 104 for 2. The Cavaliers have 8 wickets in hand. They will be gunning for 170, 175 here. Eight and over will take them to 160. I'm sure they want to be somewhere around 170, 175, which would be a very good total. A big final, winning the toss and electing to bat. It is a little bit chilly, even though we have sun out, peeking out, but again, Anuj eyeing that huge gap on the leg side. Picks up another 2 here. Sayyid, another young bloke, bowling the 14th over of the innings. Now we see that gap being plugged in short fine leg being placed there. The next one, stare down to short third man. Anuj picks up another single, moves to 54. Cavaliers to 107 for 2 in the 14th over of the innings. Sayyid M driven Hit over to the extra cover area. Should have been a catch. Missed opportunity. And the worst is he dropped the catch and the ball went over the boundary line. Is being checked by the umpire whether it's a 4 or a 6. A 4 given. It should have been a catch there. Couple of chances going a begging. This one short on the middle stump has been put away for maximum by Anuj. Went on the knee and hiked the ball over deep fine leg for a maximum here. Excellent shot that. He's playing the field. He knows where the fielders are placed. Moves up to 64. Expensive start to his spell by Syed. Boundary and a 6. To be fair, he should have had his man in the previous ball or the previous ball. This one again hooked over. Another maximum. This is a big 6. Right. Landing right on the top of the bank. The square leg boundaries are short here, but it went way up. Moves to 70 now. Putting the feet on an accelerator here. The Cavaliers, 124 for 2. Well placed to be looking at around 180 now. 20 runs in that over. Bowling change, and the captain brings himself in. Safi. Fifteenth over in progress now. A wild hike by Sharath. Ball angling in, wanting to use that angle. Eyeing that gap between the cow corner and long on, wider long on. Mid wicket on the circle. Slower one. In the air, falls short of the fielder there. Sharath picks up another 2. Was in the air for a long time, but was in the gap as well. Sharath Shetty on 21, Anuj Singh on 70 of 46. Again angling in towards the stumps. And played with the angle towards deep square leg by Sharath. Syed Mohammadi bowled the previous over. Went for 20. Expensive over. 2 sixes and a boundary in that over. Picked up from outside the off stump. A quick throw at the bowler's end. Doesn't stop the batsman to cross over for a single. Anuj moves to 71. 128 for 2 now. Cool breeze. It's making it feel lower than 16 degrees C. The next one hit by Sharath towards deep in the leg. It doesn't connect well there. Safi angling in ball across, bowling round the stumps. Misses that ball completely. Wanting to hit that ball over leg side again. Both the batsmen, Anuj and Sharath, favoring leg side here. $15 done here. 129 for 2. Anuj batting on 71 and Sharath Shetty on 23. We're seeing a bowling change here. Syed Mohammadi being replaced by Sahil Siddiq, Afghan. Bowled 2 overs, given 14 runs. 4 fielders on the leg side, 5 on the off. Full pitched, driven in the air, dropped at long off. Made the ground, but dropped the catch. Haven't taken their chances. The strikers have dropped quite a few. Anuj drives, picks up another single. And 3 or 4 chances when begging here. And games like these, big games, finals, you got to take every chance that comes your way. This one has been put away, is in air, and is dropped again. It should have been taken again. Two runs taken by Sharath. The 2 chances he gave in the same over, both dropped. Wide outside the off in there again. Oh, loses the ball in the sunshine there. Luckily for him, at cow corner now moving to long on. Danish. Full toss on the leg side, punished. Bad bowling there from Sahil. Is a no ball as well. No ball for the height. Waiting for the signal here for the umpire. Sixth signal now. And top of it, it's a no ball, so he'll have to bowl it again. The free hit. Anuj moves up to 80. 143 for 2. Are we going to see a 200 here? Wide outside the off stump. Another drop, but this was a free hit in any case. Physio and massage, auto reboot, and Prep Ultra. Thank you for your generous contributions. A huge thank you to the management and the staff of C&DCL for organizing this tournament. A big day for C&DCL, 3 final. Has to vary his bowling a little bit. He's coming around the stumps and angling in the ball. We've seen majority of his balls angling across now. The batsman getting used to that angle. Might have to do something different here, Safi. Bowled him! Backs his strength of angling in the ball and tells the fielders, since you are dropping the catches, I need to hit the timber. Anuj playing a wonderful hand here. He's bowled for 81. Excellent knock here from Anuj. 5 sixes and 4 boundaries. A strike rate of 150. Bowled by the skipper, Safi Umar. Third wicket down. The Cavaliers have a good chance of getting closer to the 200 mark, which will be a fantastic score in finals. They have put up 144 so far. Still have 26 legal deliveries to face. See how close they will get to 190, 200 mark. On the other hand, the strikers have to pick up wickets to put up breaks on the Cavaliers as Kamran comes in on the fall of Anuj's wicket. Shot outside the off stump. Driven towards extra cover. Gets another single. Civil defense, firefighter trucks. Let's hope everything is fine. Safi, last ball of the over. Sharath, almost the same dismissal like Anuj. No damage done. End of the over there from Safi. End of the spell. He bowled well. Picked up a wicket for 19 runs. A pick of the bowlers for Royal Strikers so far. 17 done. 18 balls remaining. Just 3 runs of the over. Revisiting the target here. Amran, who's the new man. Amran, who's the new man in. Picks that up. Is a good shot. Maximum. He would have hoped to start the over with a boundary, but gets a maximum. Picked up length early. Gave it a swing. Connected. And the ball went sailing over the cow corner for a maximum. Fawad welcomed with a 6 by Kamran. Fielder now falling back onto the cow corner boundary. Square leg, deep mid wicket, cow corner and long on. 4 fielders on the leg side. This one hit along the ground, will be cut off. $153 now. Cavaliers 154 for 3. 7 of the first 2. Fawad has been expensive so far. Full toss, hit it in the air. Sixer, another 6. Just over. Sharat the man wanting to put the pedal. Didn't get hold of that. Was bowled wider on the offside, so he had to go towards the off and make the shot. Fawad picks up another wicket. Outside the off stump, wanting to cut, gets an thick edge, running down towards third man. Fielded by Suleiman there. 14 of the over so far and a wicket. Fawad going to bowl the last ball of his spell. Short one has been pulled again in the direction of cow corner. Picks up a single and will keep strike here. Kamran. Neville is the man who came to the crease on the fall of the wicket. 162 for 4. Still 180 very much possible. They would want to touch that figure, 180. This is a good score already here for more, I'm sure. And Kamran has shown us that he can clear the boundary. Sahil is going to be bowling the important 19th over. This is again gets an outside edge, is running towards third man boundary. The batsman will pick up 2. We'll wait and watch. Yeah, I think it's runs given. Got an edge there. Kamran moves up to 12 from 7. Neville on the non-strikers end. On a solitary run from a solitary ball that he faced. Hits him on the head. The umpire making sure that Kamran is okay. He's having some water. Looks okay there, thankfully. The last thing you want to see anybody getting hurt on the field. This game is played hard, is fought hard, but every player will tell you that they don't want to see anybody injured. And now Paul talking to Kamran, making sure that he's not concussed. Doing the basic check here. Now helmet has come out. Hit him flush on the skull. Ready to face the next ball here. Kamran now. Sahil mid-wicket in the circle to fall down to the boundary line. I think that's down to the boundary line. I think that's a good idea. You can see Kamran is trying to eye that area of the field. And this one, he gets a bat to it. Quick running between the wickets. Good running that. They have to make every ball count here. So far, only 4 runs in this over. Good 19th over from Sahil. 19th over is an important over. Generally, your best bowler bowls 19th over. In this format, it is a good total. Winning the toss and electing to bat. Courtesy 81 from Manoj. And 30-something from Sharat Shetty. $167 for 4 with 6 balls to go in this innings. 6 legal deliveries remaining. Suleiman is going to be bowling the last over. The young kid. I have to be praising his welcomed with 6, but young. I'm sorry. You have to praise his heart. He's got a big heart, young lad. He bowled the 6th over of the power play and bowling the 20. Go and get that ball from outside the off stump. He's been slogging. He just knows that he can clear leg side, backing his strength there. Haven't seen a shot on offside from Kamran. Might be better off angling the ball across rather than coming from round the stumps. Maybe go over the stumps and angle the ball across. Make it a little bit harder for Kamran to get the swing towards leg side. Another fielder added on leg side now. And this one is up in the air. Should be an easy catch. Is taken. A well-deserved wicket there for Suleiman. Picks up a wicket. Gets Kamran. 175 for 5 now. And Safi appreciating and praising Suleiman, and rightly so. Went for a 6 on the first ball of the 20th over. Remember, this is a kid who's bowling the final over of the innings. Really heartening to see. It's into your mind that you're bowling 20th over. Yet, you have to appreciate the kid. Shorter one picked up. Massive six. 181 now. He will learn for sure. He's just 13 years old. We just got confirmation. As I said earlier, many kids of his age would be still sleeping in the bed being Sunday. He's doing the hard yards. Would have been buys for sure. Waiting for the scorers to update the score. Cavaliers winning the toss, electing to bat. 184 to win, 183 for 6. Anuj Singh top scored with 81. Got some support from Sharat, 34. Kamran hitting a couple of sixes later in the innings. A wicket apiece for Safi Omar, Suleiman Barak and Jawad Hashmi. And Syed Mohammadi bowled 1 over for 20 runs. Was expensive. Got some treatment. Fall of wickets, 1 for 24, 2 for 60. And then we had a partnership for the third wicket between Sharath and Anuj. 84 runs partnership. Fourth on 160. Fifth on 175. And the run out on the last ball at 183. 184 Royal Strikers would need to win this final Division 1 T20 final. We take a break and we will be back shortly to cover the chase from Royal Strikers. Don't go away. We'll be back soon. Welcome back, where the strikers are ready to begin their chase. Chawada is going to start the proceedings for Cavaliers. Arsalan and Safi Omar opening the batting for Royal Strikers. They need 184 to win this final. Chawada at the off stump. A slip in place. And then a little bit of gap between first slip and short third man. Point, extra cover, mid off and mid on up in the circle. A sweeper cover on the boundary line. Just one man outside the circle right now. Some challenge with the ball, maybe some thread or portion of the leather sticking out. Square leg, short square leg. Appeal for LBW. Wanted to play that ball in the vacant leg side area. Just two fielders on the leg side. Hit flush on the leg. Appeal for LBW. High, says the umpire. Working good pace here, Chawda. The Cavaliers have put up a good score, a good total, given their bowlers more than decent score to defend here. Outside the off stump, should be a wide, is signal wide, and keeper misses. A batsman crossover for a single. Two added to the score, 2 runs. The first two for Royal Strikers. Coming as extras. The left-hand, right-hand combination here. Fielders running across. Three fielders on the leg side for the left-hander. A fine leg, short fine leg. Square leg on the circle. Mid off on the circle. Everybody on the circle, really nobody outside on the boundary lines. Driven towards short mid-wicket. A quick single, hits direct. I think he's made his ground. Good fielding there from Chawda. Good pick up and throw. Hits the bullseye, but the batsman made his crease well in time. First runs of the bat of Safi. Picked up. That should be the first maximum. Yes. Arsalan picking that up from outside the off stump and dispatching it over square leg boundary. Huge gaps available on the leg side. He knows that. A safe shot to play. It was full. Nobody really in the deep. Just two men on the leg side for him. Seven on the off. Is a appeal and it's a catch. He's caught there. A point. A full pitched ball. He wanted to drive that, didn't get all of that drive, went straight into the hands of the fielder at cover point. First wicket here. Good comeback from Chavda. Got hit on the six on the previous ball. And keeping his wits. Making amends for the line. Just pushing the ball wider on the offside. Asking the batsman to drive, which he did. Ball going up in the air. And plucked by the fielder at cover point. Arsalan walking back to the pavilion. It was a half-outed shot. And that was the reason for his downfall there. Danish Yar comes in at number 3. Funny Kumar is going to share the new ball with Chavda. Enough time for Safi to pick up another single. Gets Danish on strike. He's a good bat, Danish. Young guy, all of 18 or 19 years in age. Appeal for caught behind. No appeal from fielder whatsoever, nor the keeper. But Kamran at point and cover point, they heard something. Kamran at extra cover, the point and the cover point fielder, they certainly heard something. But there was no appeal from the bowler, neither the keeper. Wide outside the off stump. And Danish lets it go. The boundary here. I have to say that Cavaliers know what they want to do here. They have tremendous belief in their abilities to execute. Up in the air, just above the fielder at backward point. Lucky there, Danish. He needs to move his foot a little bit more across to be playing that shot effectively. Gets another couple. Funny starts his spell. Give 5 runs. It's going to be Chawda continue his spell from the Calgary airport end. Picked up a wicket in the first over. Strikers need 170 more to clinch the title. And only time will tell if they would cross that line, finish line, or will the Cavaliers put brakes on their batsmen and stop them. As Safi plays it delicately and crosses over for a single. Just a deft touch and placing the ball on the offside. Took off for a single. Danish responding well. Kane 7 men on the off and 2 on the leg side. Up in the air and fun bounce. Patrolling the boundary line was a safer option. And now the fielder on mid-off has been asked to drop a little bit back. Extra cover goes to the strikers. Move to 20 now. Mid-off back into the circle now for Safi. He found himself short by a couple of yards. He was lucky on the first occasion as well. I thought he would have been short of the crease on that occasion as well if the ball would have hit the stumps. Not to be on that occasion, but this one, the fielder hitting the bullseye, hitting the middle stump. And Safi is gone here. 2 down now. Strikers. Was his call. Danish responded. Suicidal run that. A bit of chat between the two batsmen now. Jawad coming in at 4. At the fall of the skipper, Safi. Kamran there. Throwing the ball and hitting the stumps. 20 for 2 in the third over. This one has been punched over the infield. 4 runs. Good start here. By Jawad. Should be Danish, right? Not Jawad. I think there's a mistake by the scorer. Because of the run out, Danish went on the strike. And this one just falls short. He's not getting that gap in the leg side. He's trying to make use of that open field. This is the third shot he tried. Get full onto his bat. Fielder at long on, wideish long on. Went across towards short mid wicket. Fielded the ball on one bounce, and Danish Picks up another run. Chawda ends his second over. 25 for 2. This one up is up in the air. Let's see. Is taken. Is a rally catch, I think. The fielder did miss that ball. Went out of his hand. And then the fielder next to him catching it. And Danish is distraught. Throwing his bat onto the ground in displeasure. But never disrespect your equipment, young man. You can be as much as frustrated as you may be. Something you might want not to do in future is disrespecting your kit. Third wicket down. This is a disastrous start for the Royal Strikers. 3 down for 25 now. Funny picks up a wicket on the first ball of his second over. Good ball there from Funny. Anas, the new man in, getting behind the ball. Defending. Let's see what Striker's approach is there. Good length delivery, moving little out. Not much, just a little deviation enough to beat Anas. Fani is settled to a nice lengthened line here. As the next one is on the stumps, but driven towards extra cover. Kamran Fields. Wicket on the first ball of this over. 3 dots to follow. Misses again. Good stuff here from Fani Kumar. Outside the off stump, is there an edge? Yes. Wanting to cut. A big deflection, I thought. Anas does not even look at the umpire. Waited for a couple of seconds before making his way back to the pavilion. Gone on a duck. 4th wicket down now. And the Cavaliers, slowly but surely, getting the grasp of this match and the championship. 4 down for 25. Maiden double wicket there from Funny. Anas caught by Thompson, the keeper. Bowled by Funny Kumar. for 0. Very rare to see a maiden wicket in T20 format, let alone maiden double wicket. Chawda is going to continue his third over here. He's picked up a wicket in his 2 overs. He's given away 20 runs, a little bit more expensive than he would have wanted. He's bowling to Jawad. Outside the off stump, fishing. Ball moving away a little bit. Chawda once more. Foolish ball outside the off stump. Bowling a good channel here. Chawda. Both the bowlers have bowled pretty well. Although Chawda went for a couple of boundaries. This one attacking the stumps. And you lose 4 wickets inside power play. It surely puts you on the back foot. You have to rethink your strategy in terms of batting unit. The next one has been played towards mid-wicket of his pads. Is there a no ball signaled? Not sure. I don't think so. The umpire did extend his arm for something, maybe. Was some indication to the bowler. Clipped off his hips there. Towards square leg. Picks up another single. 26 for 4. The 5th over of the power play. Dire straits here. Royal Strikers losing almost half of their side inside power play. A score of 27. Shortening his length there, bowling back of length ball. Straighter onto the stumps, but defended well. And Chawda ends his third over, just 2 off it. 1 for 22 in his 3. The Strikers remain on 27 for the loss of 4 wickets. Funny starts the next over. Two for 5 in his 2 overs so far. Starts with a dot. Outside the off stump. Cut away. Should be a couple of runs. Slashed it over the point. Fielder. Fawad is the batsman who came in on the fall of Anas's wicket. Some adjustment in the field now. Backward point dropping back. About 10 yards. Outside the off stump full. Missing the line of the ball. This one hit towards square leg there. No run added. The sun is making it a little bit hard for us to spot the ball here in the comm box. This one has been driven towards extra cover. Gets a single. Jawad gets on to strike. He's faced 5 balls, scored a single. Last ball of Funny's third over. Just a couple of steps. Outside the off stump. A wild hoik misses completely. End of another good over from Funny. 8 runs and a wicket from his 3. Good spell here. End of power play. 30 for 4 Royal Strikers. First bowling change here. Sharath Shetty is going to take charge of the bowling, replacing Chavda. Chavda Ishwar is fielding on long on now. This one is high up in there. Should be a catch. Taken. Wicket of the first ball for Sharath. And not sure what is up with these batsmen from Royal Strikers. They keep on hitting the wrong shots and throwing the equipment. Five down now. Was a simple catch. Regulation catch. On long on. Fawad caught by Gautam of the bowling of Sharath. Sharath picks up a wicket of his first ball. 30 for 5. The scoreboard pressure getting on to the nerves of Royal Strikers. Ignore Singh comes to the crease. Not a great batting record. 30 matches, 64 runs. Yeah. Sharath hit on the pad, drifting down the leg side. Ignore Singh facing Sharath. Bowled him! That's pretty much done and dusted here. The game, 7th wicket down. 6th wicket down, sorry. Ignore Singh missing the line of that ball completely. Always beneficial to bowl wicket to wicket. Went for a big drive. .30 for 6. Sharath picks up 2 wickets in his first 3 balls. A mountain to cross here for Royal Strikers. Still need 154. Sahil Siddique. Sahil Siddique, Afghan, is the new batsman in. 6 down for 30. Taken on full, driven towards extra cover. A fielder from long off runs across to his left. Another catch. Picked up. Another wicket down here. 3 wickets in an over. 7th wicket down here now. 31 for 7. And this game is finishing fast. Deep, deep, deep trouble here for Royal Strikers. I think they have mentally given up here. Vinay picking up that catch. Good catch there from Vinay. It was dying on him. And Sharath picks up his 3rd wicket. 3 wickets in the 5 balls he has bowled so far. 31 for 7. The scorecard reads. Ali now joining Sahil. A wicket on alternate balls so far. Seven overs done here, 31 for 7. God alone can save strikers from this situation. But God also helps those who help themselves. So far, the Royal Strikers have done no favors to themselves in the batting portion of their innings. A mum dugout. And you really understand why they are mum. More of disbelief than disappointment. Would have never thought of being in this position after reaching the finals. Seven down for 31. And Funny starting his final over with a wide. A rare mistake there from Funny. He has been on the money right from the word go. Taken on full. No run though. Outside the off stump, lets it go. Score remains on 31 for 7. Funny gets ready on top of his mark, takes a few steps. Similar looking shot. Driven this time towards mid-off, where the fielder from long off comes running in. The ball stops on its own. The batsman crossed through for a single. Brings early to the strike, who has faced just one ball. Lucky not to get an edge. The last ball of his spell coming up here, Funny. He would be mighty pleased with his effort in the bowling. Wide ball outside the off stump, signal wide by umpire Paul. Paul is one of the most experienced umpires around in Calgary cricket. Misses the cut again. End of a wonderful spell here from Funny Kumar. Gets a round of applause from his teammates. Deservedly so. One for 11 in his 4. Score remaining on 31 for 7. 34 for 7. Eight overs done. The strikers need 12.5 runs and over from here. It's a mighty task, almost impossible with just 3 wickets in hand. Sharath beginning second over of his spell. Picked up 3 wickets in his first over. Driven. And Kamran cuts it off at the short extra cover. 7 down for 34. Royal Strikers. Wide outside the off stump, given wide. Outside the off stump, quicker one. Misses and makes no contact with the ball. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep cover. And driven towards extra cover. And picks up a single. Rare commodity to see. Runs coming off bat so far in this innings. This is pretty much a dead game right now. Picked up off his hips there. Put towards fine leg. Another single. Not the final that Royal Strikers would have imagined. Outside the off stump. Lets it go. Wideish. Edged and fall short of the keeper there. Did well to collect the ball in the end. Fell short just in front of his hands. End of the over. The 3 runs came from it. Sharath finishes his second over. The score moves to 37 for 7 at the end of 9th over. Gotham taking the charge of the bowling from Funny from that end. Spin being introduced now in form of Gotham, who has 5 fielders outside on the boundary line. Regulation field. Deep extra cover, long on, long off. Deep mid wicket and square leg. 3 men patrolling the boundary lines on the leg side, 2 on the off. Short third man, point and cover. And a short square leg. Is the field for Gautam. He starts his spell with 2 dots. Quicker outside the leg stump. Did it get an edge? Was it a drop catch? Certainly looked like that, judging by the reactions of the bowler. Quicker through the air. He's bowling quicker through the air here. Gautam. Ali not picking up. Driven towards cover. No addition to the score as it went direct to Kamran, who fields and gives the ball back to Gautam. 5 dots so far in this over. This one flight hit, driven towards mid-off. A long off will have to come running in. does so, and end of the first over from Gotham. Just a single off it. The Royal Strikers now move to 38 for the loss of 7 wickets. They need another 146 the remaining 10 overs. Just going through the motions here. Strikers. The Cavaliers would want to close the game as soon as possible. That should be a no ball for the height. Is signaled no ball by umpire Paul as the batsman dispatches towards final leg boundary for I think they picked up 3 runs here. It stopped inside the boundary line. Should be one warning to the bowler as well. The free hit signaled. 4 no balls. Appeal for a cat behind. It did. It was a nick. A keeper caught it, but it was a free hit. A no ball on the no ball free hit. He got him nicking, so no damage done in the end. This one driven back to the bowler, hits him, and they run out. A comedy of errors here. Eight stick down here for 42. Eight down for 42 now. Pretty much done and dusted here. Strikers, they know it. They would have expected to give a better fight to Cavaliers. Not to be. Sayyid Mohammadi walks in. Sahil calls him for a single. .141 needed by Strikers. Outside the off stump, pulls the length back. A little bit faster than all the previous balls so far in this over. Gets beaten for pace here. That's Sahil on strike, not Syed Mohammadi. Syed Mohammadi is on the ball game. It's the fourth one for Sharat. 9 down. And only Suleiman, the 13-year-old kid. "43 for 9. One would have to say that this is a damp final. A pretty much one-sided game. It was Sahil who got out, not Syed Mohammed. The scorer needs to correct that. Suleiman, the young lad, walks out onto the crease. Let's see if Sharad gets a fifer here. He's picked up 4 wickets so far. 3 in the first over, 2 in the third. One of them in this over was a run out, so only 1 wicket will go to his name. So 3 in the first and 1 for Sharath in his third over. A 4 for 9 in his 3 so far. The score remains on 43 for 9. Twelfth over in progress. Formalities to be completed here in the first final of the day, the Division 1 T20 Championship. Vinay is going to bowl first over. Mohammadi wants to dispatch that ball into the pine woods. Makes no contact. Again misses. Gets beaten for pace both the occasions. He's bowling a little more than gentle medium pace. Third man being adjusted a little finer. Pulls back the length. At the moment, Syed Mohammadi not able to get back to the ball. 3 occasions now. And this one, he makes a contact. Ball straight away goes to the fielder at mid-wicket. Mohammadi crosses over for a single, brings the 13-year-old Suleiman on strike. Takes a guard from umpire. One for one leg. Backing up a little bit. Cavaliers winning the toss, electing to bat, put up 183 for 6 and they allotted 20 overs, giving a target of 184 to strikers. Slashed, misses. In response, strikers 44 for 9. Poor batting performance. They dropped quite a few chances in the field as well. 5 or 6 catches, overthrows. We'll go back and certainly think that they would have wanted to put a better show in all 3 departments. Let's see if Sharath picks up his 5th wicket here. Sharath is bowling to Syed Mohammadi, who is going to hit. Does connect this time. Suleiman runs back for a second. Good running from Suleiman there. Will the strikers cross 50 here? Time will tell. Mohammed. Can somebody tell the scorer that Sahil is out and this is Mohammad Saeedi batting? This one is high up in the air. Is that a catch? Just falls in the gap. One bounce, boundary. The 2 fielders converging on it. Syed gets hold of it this time. 4 runs. This one up in there should be a maximum. Is a 6. And with that, strikers cross 50. 56 now, in fact. And Sharath finally getting some stick from Mohammadi. Giving more runs in this over than all 3. This time, another one, another 6. Mohammadi, 2 6s and a 4 so far in this over. Hits the pads this time. Sahil, Mohammadi. Last ball of his spell now. And Suleiman is going to face the last ball of Sharath's spell. Went for 18 in this over so far. Towards the 3rd man area. Picks up a single. Wants a second, but sent back by Syed Mohammad. Sharath 4 for 29. His last over went for 21. Distorted a good spell due to that last over. 64 for 9. Gotham bowling to Suleiman. In the air, drops short of the fielder at mid-off. Hits direct and gone here. Another run out. Brilliant fielding there from Cavaliers. Ends the pain for Royal Strikers here. 64 all out, and Cavaliers win the Division 1 T20 Championship by a huge margin of 120 runs. They started the day well, won the toss, elected to bat, put the score on the board. Were helped by the strikers. The celebrations in the middle, deservedly so. It's been a long campaign. Great knock by Anuj. Made well made 81. Got a couple of chances, but he made the most of them. Once they scored 183, the Royal Strikers never got going in the chase, losing wickets right from the beginning of the chase. The Cavaliers won the championship by 119 runs here at the Westwinds. This is the scorecard for strikers. Just two people crossing the double figures. Danish Rahmani, 14. And that should be Syed Mohammadi and not Sahil. The scorers got the names wrong there. This is the bowling scorecard for Cavaliers. 4 for 29 for Sharat Shetty. Picked up 3 in the first over. Chawda bowled well for his 1 for 22. Fani Kumar was excellent. 2 for 11. And 3 run-outs. The Cavaliers winning this Division 1 final by 119 runs. Another final to go in about an hour. We, till then, myself, Sandeep and Jaideep, my colleague, saying bye for now. We'll see you and bring you live match in about an hour from now. Stay tuned.